Bulldogs lived in a cozy meadow house. These three were the best of friends, each with their own unique personality. Bruno, the eldest, had a coat as white as snow with a single brown patch over his right eye. He was known for his gentle nature and love of long, peaceful naps. Reese, the middle sibling, boasted a brindle pattern that made her look like a tiny tiger. She was the playful one, always eager for a game of fetch or a romp in the yard. Hannah, the youngest, had a fawn-colored coat and a curious spirit, often leading her siblings on little adventures around their home. Every morning, as the golden sun peeked over the horizon, the trio would wake up from their slumber, stretch their short legs, and wag their stubby tails in unison. After a hearty breakfast, they would trot outside to bask in the warm sunlight. The meadow was their playground, filled with colorful flowers, fluttering butterflies, and the soft hum of bees. Bruno would find a cozy spot under their favorite oak tree, its branches providing the perfect amount of shade. He'd circle around a few times before plopping down with a contented sigh, ready for his first nap of the day. Reese, on the other hand, would dash after the butterflies, her eyes gleaming with excitement as she tried to catch them, though she never did. Hannah would explore the meadow, sniffing every flower and chasing the occasional grasshopper, her curiosity leading her to new discoveries. After their morning activities, the sun would climb higher, and the warmth would make them drowsy. One by one, they'd gather under the oak tree, snuggling close to Bruno. The gentle rustle of leaves and the distant chirping of birds created a lullaby that lulled them into a peaceful sleep. As they napped, a funny thing would often happen. Bruno, with his love for treats, had a tendency to toot in his sleep. It wasn't loud, but a soft, airy sound that would make Reese's ears perk up and Hannah's nose twitch. Reese would open one eye, glance at Bruno, and then at Hannah. They'd share a knowing look, and with a playful huff, Reese would nudge Bruno. He'd stir slightly, mumble a little woof, and then settle back into his dreamland. Hannah, always the mischievous one, found this amusing. She'd gently paw at Bruno's belly, as if trying to tickle the toots out of him. Bruno, still half asleep, would let out a contented groan, and sometimes another toot. Reese would chuckle, her tongue lolling out in a doggy grin. As the afternoon sun began its descent, casting a golden glow over the meadow, the trio would wake from their nap, refreshed and ready for more play. They'd chase each other around the oak tree, playfully wrestling and rolling in the soft grass. The day would end with them lying side by side, watching the sunset paint the sky in hues of pink and orange. And so, every day was filled with sunshine, play, naps, and the occasional toot, making their little house by the meadow a place of joy and laughter.